Welcome to another edition of the Sundown series, where today we will be talking about Sullivan, Missouri. Sullivan is a city that straddles the border of Franklin and Crawford counties in the U.S. state of Missouri. The population was 7,081 at the 2010 census. On January 28, 1839, 120 acres were conveyed by the U.S. government to Garrison P. Hardy, purchased according to provisions of the Act of Congress for the sale of public lands. Then in June 1848, Garrison sold the acreage to William and Mary Smith for $150. In June 1856, Stephen and Dorcas Sullivan purchased the acreage plus an additional 49 acres from Smith for the sum of $400. This was the future site of the original town. On July 25, 1856, when a post office was established in present-day Sullivan, the local postmaster named the place Mount Helicon. This short-lived name was after an actual mountain in Greece that was the mythical sanctuary of the Muses. In 1859, Stephen Sullivan donated ground for railroad right-of-way, built the depot himself. The railroad named the station Sullivan, prompting the post office to change to Sullivan. Between 1920 and 1960, the city grew from 900 to more than 4,000 residents, making Sullivan the second fastest growing city in the state during that time. Their population increased 6% since 2010. As late as 1990, Sullivan had a Sundown town sign warning blacks against being present in Sullivan after dark. Now look at that. As late as 1990, you're talking 31 years ago, when they had the last Sundown town or Sundown sighting sign, whatever you want to call it, in this town. That's only 3 decades ago. That's not far. While Missouri is 11.6% black, according to the U.S. Census definition, in the 2010 census, 0.2% of the population of Sullivan was black. In 2014, a group of 15 white schoolgirls blackened their faces for a game of powder puff football, prompting national media coverage. I think I remember that. Black is one of Sullivan's school colors. A few months prior, as protests took place in Ferguson, Missouri, after the police killing of Michael Brown, the KKK held a rally in Sullivan area, prompting the town's mayor to write a formal denouncement of racial bigotry in the area. Attempting to overcome past prejudices, the Sullivan Chamber of Commerce selected Stefan Wenmeyer, an African American, as the community's 2017 Man of the Year. I think they only did that because they were trying to, soften the blow that they already just got hit with. Meaning it didn't mean a damn thing. Later that year, to open Lifehouse Youth Center, a nonprofit youth center that assists children with homework, learning, counseling, socializing, and sports/exercise. It has a game room with video games, board games, along with a fenced-off basketball, volleyball court. Amenities and services are open to all children between the ages of 10 to 17, free of charge. I'm glad they incorporated that in there, and I think I vaguely remember that incident. I don't think I talked about it because at the time I wasn't making YouTube videos. But that part about them saying that this place was a sundown town up until 1990, late 1990, which means it was like starting to transition into 91. That's saying a lot. That's very recent. 31 years ago is not long ago at all. Says a lot about this particular town. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. This has been another edition of the Sundown series.